Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And off we go on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. Fourth down now.
Well, that play really didn't fool them. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. A great return there of 22 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On first down, it's Cohen. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now third down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. On third down, a run with Cohen. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of 2 there. Second down. On second down, it's Cohen. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Young on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Let's switch gears, talk about Matt LaFleur and what he did in his first season as Green Bay comes back out here, Charles. 13-3, and really, by all accounts, exceeding expectations. A win over Seattle in the divisional round, and then that 49er run game, and Raheem Mostert did them in. But where do they go from here looking forward to Matt LaFleur's second season?
Yeah, can you believe 13-3 probably won't win Coach of the Year?
I know, right?
No, John Harbaugh in Baltimore, Kyle Shanahan getting to the Super Bowl with San Francisco. But still, as you said, an incredible first year for a rookie head coach. I think where they go from here is this. Continue to fortify the offensive line because Brian Bulaga has been there for a while at right tackle. I think on the defensive front, they've got to get some more players there because the run game, as you mentioned, Raheem Mostert just ran them out of town on that one. And I think they've got to continue to find receivers for Aaron Rodgers. Because right now it's Devontae Adams, the tight ends, up and down. The second receiver, third receiver, up and down. Aaron Jones out of the backfield is probably their most reliable second receiver, so they've got to fix that. If so, this team will continue to have success and continue to contend for Super Bowls.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Mahomes now on first down. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. Mahomes now on first down. He'll buy some time right. He'll run it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On play action, it's Mahomes. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Let's get to some Hall of Fame talk while we have a second, because last week we mentioned the 15 guys that we knew were going into the Hall. 5 added: Isaac Bruce, Steve Hutchinson, Edgerrin James, Steve Atwater, and Troy Polamalu. You think about it, CD. For Polamalu, it was his first year of eligibility. People knew he would go in. Atwater was his 16th year. He had to wait a long time.
He certainly did, and I often wonder about the psychology of it all, because when you're young in your career, meaning young retired, right, these things mean something to you. But
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And this is going to be Packer football. Play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Well, Charles, as the Falcons come back out here on offense, you got to help me process their 2019 season. One thing for sure, fair to say that they were a second-half team, as in second half of the season, because this club started 1-7, 6-game losing streak, weeks 3 through 8. The talk about Dan Quinn maybe being let go. And maybe it was a team that needed to bottom out and get a high draft pick, but then a funny thing happened. They started to win.
Yeah, maybe I should get a cardigan, get a pipe, sit down and listen to you talk your way through this team, because it's a lot to process, isn't it? But one thing about Dan Quinn as their head coach, relentlessly positive. Never let go of that. The team stayed with him. Many people thought maybe he might have lost the team. He never did. And they had that big finish, 6-2, one of the best marks in football, including beating New Orleans on the road, beating San Francisco on the road. So when you look at it, ownership said, hey, this team likes playing for this coach. Let's give it one more shot. Now he'll have to retool his staff a little bit again. But bottom line is that team believed in their head coach. Head coach believed in his team. They've got a chance in 2020 to get back. And
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. From just shy of midfield, Young. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP, Coach of the Year. John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year. Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill, no surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most, the credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most. That's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents the totality of a player in the NFL, not just what they do on the field, but off the field as well. And that goes to Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a great award. Congratulations, Calais.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Now Wilson. His throw incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. But it'll be second and goal. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. To throw is Wilson. Going to throw again. And his pass, incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got
pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. Third and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
And the kick by Butker is good. And the Bills are going to tie the game at 3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Steve Young and this Madden Legends offense heading out for their next drive. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Young to throw again. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. Young will set to throw. And here the hook up good to Victor Cruz. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first. To throw again on second down. Young, it's complete to Cruz. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now Young. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
So if you like field goals, this is your... All right, hang on. We'll jump over at halftime. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This is taken at the 3. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on third down.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. 23 yards on the play. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Young to throw again on 2nd and 10. Going for it all. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins there to make the grab. And the Falcons push further out in front. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Extra point try good by Gano. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That time a 6-play drive. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, He's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out at me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Melvin Ingram able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. That's taken on the 25. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out come the Falcons now. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Now here's Young. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
Hey, wahoo! Now.
Looking to throw again on second down. Young. It's caught inside the 25. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Go now. 50, plant. 54. Line 54. Yeah. Ready?
Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Steve Young. He finds Hopkins complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons push further out in front.
As more and more up-tempo football creeps into the NFL game, some coaches don't think time of possession matters anymore. I believe we found one of them.
From the gun, Steve Young. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And is there bad blood here? I mean, and go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bills Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to it? Maybe his rhythm was just off. He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is. I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Falcons. Tariq Cohen, 65 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Gano now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the 35 on second down, Wilson. Now he'll pull it down. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. On the draw, this is Cohen. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time, we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. The Bills on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11. They keep it on the ground. This time, it's Miller. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. Third down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the first down.
A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. Room here to run. That good for 22 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Cohen. There he goes again. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, let the natural light of today reflect that he has now gotten into the end zone 2 times.
Look at you. You're a little Ralph Waldo Emerson, is that his name?
No, I was just going with the meteorologist. Said it was a day game. I'm here.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off.
Set to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Here's Wilson, and he completes it to Cohen. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Again, Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Falcons grab it.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. Try to get it to Woods. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner, and just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Young here to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now Young loses the football. It's stripped. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helping.
Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. You got my own religion.